Sarah says, does a steam cleaner do a similar job to an ultrasonic cleaner?
Oh, we love a steam cleaner, don't we?
I do love the steam. I can't manage without the steam.
Well,
I could, but it would be difficult.
It is very difficult.
They both have their place, don't they, I think?
I think you would need both, personally.
It depends how much work you're turning around, because we do a lot of repairs. That's what we do most of in our workshop.
Yes.
So we couldn't really, we'd struggle to manage without both of them.
Yeah.
Because what I do a lot of, this is the thing, isn't it? Because we got a lot of stick on social media, on an Instagram post, didn't we? Because you were cleaning a marker seat watch strap.
Yes.
And it was quite dirty.
Yes.
And
we cleaned the back of it, not the front.
Cleaned the back, and it was very dirty. And we're used to this. We handle very dirty jewellery every single day, and it's our job.
We like to see, don't we?
Well,
dirty jewellery.
It'd be lovely if it was clean, but that would mean people aren't wearing it and people aren't loving it, and it's in a box, isn't it, not being worn?
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me one little bit. It's just my job to clean it and look after it and make sure I clean it professionally and safely, and and make sure I'm looking after it. And somebody said, how disgusting that it's spraying all over the place. Well, we can't put it in the ultrasonic bath because...
Exactly. The marker seats.
Yeah, because you can't. So that's all you can do is gently steam it. And they said something about the bits flying around. But we do have a dedicated polish room, so we can wipe all that down at the end, and we wear a visor, because otherwise it does tend to fly around a bit. You've got your PPE on. But what's the alternative? Put that in the ultrasonic. Suppose you can, it's not marker seat. Suppose it's something else that's quite heavily soiled with actual debris, which we do see a lot of. It's life, and it happens to everybody's jewellery.
Exactly, yep.
You know, some people wear their jewellery, and they use creams and lotions and soaps and shampoos and things like that, and it builds up. You know, whatever, we don't care. We do care, but we don't mind. It doesn't bother us, is what I mean. But what's the alternative? Putting that in the ultrasonic, and then all that's in your ultrasonic. And what do you do then? Do you clean it? Do you empty the ultrasonic every time you
get a dirty item?
You get a dirty item, because we'd be changing it every half hour if that were the case. So we've got to have a means to de-debris things before we go further with it. You've got to get the debris off. You can't.
Exactly.
So for us, they do the same job, but we use them in different ways. In short, sorry, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent there, but I
think, as you say, it depends on what you're doing. With repairs, you will accept people's jewellery that is going to be dirty. There's going to be dirt behind the stones from years and years worth of wear, and that's great. That's what we like to see, jewellery being worn. An ultrasonic will not necessarily get rid of all that dirt that is trapped behind settings, stones, the metal, where the stone is in contact with the metal. It may not get rid of that dirt. That is where you need to have the steam that gives it that bit of force to push that dirt away. But if you are just simply making the jewellery, and the jewellery then doesn't have that build-up of dirt and oils and dead skin cells and all that sort of thing, well, then an ultrasonic will just be fine on its own. So for us, we can't do without the steamer. As Louise said, it is the best way to get rid of the dirt from everywhere. If you're doing that retipping on a ring, if you've got the smallest little bit of dirt left behind the stone and you heat it up, it's going to go black. It's going to be noticeable. So we've got to make sure that everything gets removed from the jewellery when we're repairing it. So repairs, definitely get a steamer. Absolutely get a steamer. They're not cheap. We've got can't remember, it's about £1,500. But the better one, I think, now is Adrian's from Elements GB. It's about £2,000, but for the time it takes to clean things before you repair them, before they go back out to a customer, absolutely brilliant. If you're just making the jewellery, you can clean as you go along, and you do not necessarily need a steamer.
Sarah says, can you use it on gemstones that you wouldn't put in the ultrasonic? Not usually. Usually, if you can't ultrasonic them, you won't be able to steam them either.
No.
But I would recommend Sally Spencer's book, The Jeweller's Quick Reference Guide to Working with Gemstones. I did just go to see if it was on my desk, but it's disappeared.
Not me. No, not me.
But it is absolutely a must-have. And
Looking round, but it's not here, no.
It's not here, is it? I don't know where it is.
It's downstairs.
I shall find that later. Yes, that is such a good book.
We got it on the store.
It's on the store, and that is just full of, it's like a traffic light system relating to what you can do to all the different stones.
Yes.
It's really, really invaluable.
Yes. So you wouldn't put an opal in the ultrasonic, so you wouldn't really steam an opal. You wouldn't put a pearl in the ultrasonic, so you wouldn't steam a pearl, because the steam is hot.
Same with fracture filled. You wouldn't put them in the ultrasonic.
Exactly.
You can't steam them either.
Yeah.
So
oiled emeralds, no. Any emeralds, no. You've got to be very, very careful with all the different types of stones. Obviously, the more experience you do get with a steamer, certain things then you can do, I would say, once you become more experienced, but I would not recommend, definitely not. It's the heat of the water, because it is boiling hot. It's 100 degrees and it is under pressure. So as Louise said, if there's any fracture fills, the heat is going to heat up the fracture filling and it's going to force its way into the stone, or it'll force the fracture filling out of the stone, which could have devastating consequences.
yeah, it can be a very expensive mistake,
Absolutely.
can it then?
Yes.